Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is February the 14th, so that puts us at Vlogentines 14, and it is so cold here today. I don't know, I think James said it was like 20 or something, which is ridiculous. I'll pan on the backyard before we're done. The little birds have been so desperate that they've been in the pool fountain trying to get some water, because it just freezes instantly if you put any out. It just freezes the minute you put it out. So the pool fountain has to stay running. So they've been getting on the rocks of the pool fountain and getting some drinks, and the water, been keeping the bird feeders full, and they've been on those all day. The kids did come by for a little bit this morning, since they're probably going to be in for the foreseeable future, at least. It looks like maybe through Thursday we're all going to be stuck in. Micah brought a bunch of her eggs over. They have chickens, and so she brought eggs over. So this is ridiculous. But, well, here, I guess I'll turn this. Let me see if I can just turn this way now, and we'll see if it changes. Let's see if it changes in between now and when we're done. There we are now. I don't know if we can see the ice on the fountain or not. Hope I didn't make y'all sick. We'll see if it, because it's still coming down, and it's supposed to really be keeping on coming down for now, for I don't know, I guess for the forever. Aria brought me a paper Valentine crown when they came over. And Michelle, they opened your cards. Thank you very much. They were very excited. But they went and played outside. Their daddy went and played outside with them, and they're supposed to play outside with their little friend Lily that lives behind them. She is like right in between their age. So she's supposed to come over, and her parents and they're all going to play outside later today in snow. So they are so excited to be out, and they're just loving it. But they can't stay out very long because they are just freezing. I mean, they are just so cold. The wind is blowing so hard, and they had on several pair of leggings and 2 pair of socks, and then a pair of their mama's big thick wool socks pulled all the way up real tight, and then their rubber boots. And then as Aria kept telling me, "Sugar, do you like our new underwear?" They had on overalls. And as she calls them, underwear. They had some new underwear on. Daddy got them some new underwear. So they had those on with their snow coats and their gloves and their little toboggan stocking caps and all. So they had on all the things, but it was still, it's crazy cold. I mean, just crazy cold. And they came, something came across, James said, because we've been running on 68, which is usually what we run on around here. We don't keep it any different than that. And he said something had come through saying, try to cut it down as low as you can. If you can, go to 64 and just bundle up to try to keep from overloading the power grid. This doesn't make any sense to me, because we have to run it so hard in the summer when we run the air conditioners, but evidently I guess the heater is harder for the air conditioner or something. I don't know. But there have been people on saying, you know, they can't keep their heater, can't keep up and stuff. So, and you know, does anybody have firewood? And Justin went to the Tractor Supply and said he decided he wanted to wrap up their palms some more, even though they have the winter hardy ones. He wanted to wrap them up some more. So he was looking for some wraps in there. And he said there were people in there looking for generators and, you know, things like that. So we're just not geared for this around here. So it has been like crazy times. But they said when they went to the grocery yesterday, James and I weren't in the line that long, but there was nothing, you know, there was tons of things I told you yesterday were gone. No milk, no eggs, Lots of the bread things were gone. There were no biscuits, no sausage, no blocks of cream cheese. There was whipped cream cheese, but no blocks of cream cheese. And you know how you are when there's no jalapenos. There was no jalapeno peppers. Not at Brookshire's, not at Kroger. Now, I find that extremely disappointing, but you know, I don't know why everybody's home doing, what y'all doing with these jalapenos? I mean, I would understand, and maybe, I guess you're making breakfast tacos or something, I don't know. Anyway, I find this all very confusing. What y'all doing with all this milk? What y'all doing with all this milk? I mean, your kids are home, okay. So you need a little bit more milk, I'm assuming, because I'm assuming that you give your kids breakfast, unlike the regular. Especially lately, your kids some of them been going to school at home. So I hope you've been having milk in the house. But now all of a sudden we're gonna get some snow. All y'all running out buying up all the milk. I don't understand all these things. Y'all, there was nothing but like one little thing of buttermilk. There was no whole milk, no 1%, no 2%, no organic, no nothing. It was crazy times, crazy times. Anyway, so he went and ran some errands this morning just because he can't stand staying. He has to go. And of course, James was teasing Mike about it. And I said, look at you. You're always the same way. You can't stand it. You got to get out and go see what's going on. He always wants to go and see let's go see what the roads are like. Let's not. Let's not. But today, at least, it's been cold enough today that he stayed in and hasn't like wanted to go anywhere. So that tells you it's cold today, that he has stayed in and didn't want to go anywhere. And yesterday when we went to the store, he put on long breeches without me having to say, don't even think about putting on short pants, because I am not going. I am not going to the town with you with short pants on, because I have to have that talk with him sometimes. I ain't going to town with you with short breeches on. Nope. But I didn't have to say that yesterday. It was cold enough that he, of his own volition, put on long breeches. So, put his jeans on. So, that made me happy that I didn't have to have that talk. Because you know you look like you ain't got no sense when it's 26 degrees outside and you have on short breeches. You look like you're crazy. But other than that, we've just been in the house. I did get a good bit of stitching done yesterday. So I worked on a tisket tasket, and I decided to change it up. I have a lot more bluebirds at this house than I do robins. The other house had a lot more robins and no bluebirds. But so this a tisket tasket by Brenda Gervais has a robin in it. But I decided to switch this brown out for blue. I'm gonna put it like this and see if it'll show up. So I worked on it last night and decided to give it just a little bit of a blue hat. And I started on the greenery. So I just need the greenery in the basket mainly is all that's left. But that's Cadet Blue by Weeks Dye Works is what it called for. And on one of her other patterns where she had a bluebird. So I just pulled it out since I had it and used it. And it looks so pretty in there, it really does. So I'm loving that. I watched it, I stitched on it while I had the TV on yesterday. We started watching, is it Bloomhouse's Fantasy Island? It's kind of a horror take on Fantasy Island. We watched about half of it before I told him I needed to come film. So we'll go finish it, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty decent if you like kind of creepy. Well, you know the real Fantasy Island was kind of creepy. Y'all remember that? Like, it's, you know, the premise of, you know, be careful what you wish for, because, you know, it may be, you know, you may not always get what you, it may not always be what you think. It may not always work out quite like you think, and that this is like next level of that. So it's been pretty interesting so far. So we'll finish watching that. And then I came across this when I was looking for something else. And I don't remember, and it would take me forever to figure out which one of y'all. So I hope that y'all will see this. When I had my Halloween tree up, and it was right over there, one of the ornaments on it had a little black pumpkin on it. And I told y'all I did not remember where I got that pattern from. I could not remember. And I found it. I was looking for something and I flipped through. This is the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, and it is the Fall 2016 issue. And look who's in here. That little black pumpkin. He is so cute, and I stitched him up just like this. I think I did my flowers a little bit darker peach, maybe right there. But it says that it is by Teresa Maloon of Delaney Woods Treasures. But he is the cutest thing. But I just made him into a little flat ornament, and he was on the tree right back there. And one of y'all had asked, and I could not remember for the life of me where I had found that pattern. And then here he was. Here he was. I think I have most of these. Maybe one or two years I missed this subscription. And then for Christmas, James went back and got me the digital downloads. And it is well worth it. The digital download is, and I was gonna see if I could see it in here. It is so affordable. Available in digital format. Okay, originally it was $22 for like the current and back, but I don't know if that is, I don't know how current, if that's the current price or not, but he got them for me for Christmas. But there is, like just in this one, there is this pumpkin patch one from Little House Needleworks, from Diane Williams at Little House Needleworks. And there is a Barbara Anna one in here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, right here, this little girl. She is so cute. Autumn Keeper Pin Keep. And she's so cute. Isn't she a doll? I was looking for a piece of fabric and I saw this. And of course, when you see one of your magazines, or if you're me, you have a hard time not picking it up and flipping through it. There's a little Manny Dodonna basket in here, which you could easily turn into a little drum. She has it on a little basket, but you could easily do it as a little drum in there. And of course, there's all the punch needle. There's a little witch in here by, I don't know if I must say her name right, Maja Matyas. So cute. But I mean, these are, I tell you all the time, these are, are steel. And then there's one in here by Primitive Hair, the Pickety Witch one. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it's the wrong way. Oh my Lord, y'all don't look at that. Good grief. Here's the Pickety Witch one. I'm trying to turn it around the right way and I turned it the wrong way. But she is so cute. And that, I was trying to read this and I showed y'all the dang pattern. The X that is, it says it's Gentle Arts Burnt Orange is what her dress is. And I was trying to read that and showed y'all the dang pattern when I was trying to read it and show y'all this of her dress. Holy smoke. Ugh. But it is so cute. And then I grabbed this one while I was in there too. This one is, because I was grabbing my fabric because I want to do some spring stockings. So I'll go to those in a minute. See y'all, this is the Fall 2015. Looks like this on the front. But it's so hard to show a magazine because you have to be careful about, And that is My Soul is Fed by Needle and Thread, and it says it is by Abby Rose. And that finish is so cute. The style, the stitching and the finish on that is so cute. There is a pumpkin with a little house on there. I can show that one okay. I'm sure glad I came across these. I forgot them. Now, why they're not with all my other Halloween things, because I usually keep things like grouped together. That one says it's by MTV Designs. This says May Sorrow Neglect Ye, and that's by the lady's name who I probably butchered. Maja Matyas. That's really pretty. See this one, I can't even show that one without, there's another one by Primitive Acorns that's so cute, but I can't fold the other page back enough to show you. Here's a needle bling one. I think I can show it without showing anything. Let your hopes float. Let your dreams set sail. That one's adorable. Anyway, so we've been having a quiet Valentine's Day. I got up and stayed in the bathtub forever because, you know, I want to enjoy at least one hot bath in case we go without electricity. I know over in Waxahachie there was, they were without electricity for several hours yesterday already. So, ugh. Look at this boo tree. I already have it in here to do. I'd already copied it off. It's by Primitive Hair, Boo Tree by Primitive Hair. And of course there's 1,000 punch needle ones in here. In each one there's so many punch needle ones that are so cute too. This is Nebby Needle Halloween Cat. And somebody stitched this recently and I can't remember who, and it was so cute. So I just happened to come across these when I was getting out fabric to do these little stockings. So I thought I would show y'all. And like I said, James got me the digital downloads because I had missed 1 or 2 years. So he just got me the digital downloads for part of my Christmas. And I love that. Like I said, he's a good gifter and that was a great gift. And then, you know, you can just print off whatever you want, but he also put them, like the Christmas ones, on my phone since it was Christmas time. And so sometimes when we're stuck somewhere or something, I'll just sit there and flip through the magazines on my phone. So, you know, that's really nice to look at if you're stuck somewhere and you don't have to have your, since he's downloaded them on the phone, you know, even if you don't have an internet connection where you're at, which happens to us sometimes, you can have something to look at. So, you know, that's super nice. I love that. But I was grabbing out fabric because I wanted to do some stockings for spring stockings. And this one is the January one, but I think this stocking is really cute and I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do it in the pink. I'm gonna do variegated pink though, here. And that's one of the ones I'm gonna do for spring tree. And then this is so that is by the Chimney with Care, and that's the January Blackbird stocking book. This is the February one, and it says Love is in the Air. And it has this adorable dove with the hearts, which would be fabulous on a spring tree. It has these little, I don't know if they're sweet peas or violets, and then you could do, I've done the ABC stocking, I think twice already. I did it in Halloween colors and for the fall colors, and I did it in patriotic colors. And then I'm gonna do it in some spring colors. I'm gonna do it in pink and green, I think. And so I know I wanna start with those. So that is some plans I have for my spring stitching plans. I was thinking about that while I'm stuck in here. and not being able to do much of anything else. I sent pictures of the girls in snow this morning, playing in the snow, to Mama for Happy Valentines, and I talked to Daddy and Annie, and they said they're fine, just same thing, hold up in the house, and I've talked to everybody in there to kind of hold up, so we're just sitting around here waiting for the other shoe to drop, see if it's gonna get as bad as they say. And for once, I mean, you know, usually around here, they predict snow, they predict snow, they predict snow, and it never really happens. And it never gets as cold as they say, ever. But it looks like this year, it may get as cold as they say. It has so far. And it is, the pool pump is just, I mean, you can hear it. It's like hating that it's having to keep working. The heater's running, dude. But I'm very grateful and thankful. You know, it's a newer house, it's well built. You know, we're warm, we're safe, we're inside. They also have opened up the convention centers and the hotels and things for the homeless people in the city up in Dallas and Fort Worth. They have opened those up to try to get the homeless people off the streets because it's so cold here right now. And like I said, we're just not, it's just something we don't usually, we do not usually have to deal with this at all. At all, at all, at all. James Williams used, I mean, when I worked at the doctor's office, we always had to go to work. You know, it didn't matter. At the lab, we didn't have to go, but I mean, you know, we could, it would just slow things down. Our driveway was so steep that it was hard to get in and out of a lot of days. So if it was super icy, I would just wait it out until it thawed and either go in late or just wait and go the next day or whatever. We usually don't have but a day or so, but James would usually always go. But so this is the first time this week that they've, you know, his work said, you know, stay at home and don't even venture out. So Keely said his cows are fine. You know, he's been out busting the water. Micah's been busting the chicken water and trying to keep them all where they can get a drink and everything. It's just crazy. Some friends are at a pig show and they've canceled their flight back. So, you know what you do about that? It's just unprecedented down here, y'all. I know some of y'all deal with this all the time, but we are not geared for this at all. Usually down here, it's very nice weather. I think I remember 1 or 2 years, it was being bitterly cold. And then 1 year, I remember delivering flowers when it was icy. And I think Sue slipped one time and dropped, and actually slipped hard enough that she went all the way to the ground and dropped the vase and broke it, and had to come back and, you know, we had to remake an arrangement. But other than that, usually it's not that horrible here. So I don't know, this is just craziness for us. Just like super craziness. I don't know. We are not cut out for this kind of mess at all. Not at all. But we got up and James decided he wants some breakfast. So when I went to the bathroom, he decided he wanted some breakfast. So he came in here and made some breakfast. He made some biscuits and sausage. And we've just been sitting around and watching TV, and the kids came by. And now Mike and Justin will go. They've been to, 1 year they took a cold vacation to Canada. They went all the way up to Canada for a cold vacation and in the wintertime. And then they took the kids up to somewhere in Missouri when the kids were little to like sled and all that kind of stuff in the cold weather. And now sister and her kids will go ski, and Keely will go ski. Keely loves to ski. CJ doesn't mind the cold weather. So I guess I'm the problem. I guess if we're sitting here looking at this problem now from this angle, I don't like cold weather. I cannot get warm. I can't put on enough clothes to get warm. I just cannot. And even now, like if I have a hot flash, I'll get hot and take off my jacket, like my, like my sweater or my bed jacket or whatever. If I'm sitting over on the, my chair, I'll be stitching. I'll take my jacket off and I'll have it off just for a second. And then I got to put it back on because then I'm freezing again. I've always been cold. And so I'm just not. One year we were going to go skiing with the youth and at church, and we got, I guess we're going into Mexico, and we headed out, and I don't even think we made it to Lubbock. We might have made it out that way, and weather got bad, and they shut the highway down, and we had to turn around and bring all the kids back. Boy, you talk about some sad kids. Oh, you just had to turn around and bring them all back, and when they shut down the highway, they just shut down the highway. And so we just had to turn around and come on back and bring all the kids back home. And, sad times. But I will tell you, I don't miss those trips. So I don't miss going on the church bus. I will say that. Now, they were some funny things. But man, oh man. A bus full of kids, that's a lot. That is a lot, and that was not James's thing. He'd stay here and work, and I'd go do that. He does not have the temperament for that. And if it comes in his head, it goes out his mouth. And I'm like, you can't say that. And he's just looking at me like, because he's done said it. By the time I say you can't say that, he's done said that. And if I say you can't say that, it's bad. It's bad. Yes. So, I don't know. We're not doing nothing but just sitting in here. This is a very anticlimactic Valentine's Day. Kimmy and I were going to cook, but it got to coming down pretty hard. It's stopped again now, but when they left, it was coming down pretty good. And so they loaded up and thought they better get back to the house before it got too bad. And they're not but about, I think, 7 miles from me, if that far. Is that right? No. 3.5 miles. 3.5 miles from me. Because if you walk it in good weather, it would take you, yeah, that's right, yeah. It should be about an hour the way you have to loop around. So it's probably 3.5, 4 miles like that. So it's not far, but you have to, their road is it's kind of curvy and everything in between us and them. So they thought they better load up and turn around and go back and get to the house before things got too nasty. I mean, we used to go at Christmas every year. We'd go to San Antonio, and we would spend a week on the Riverwalk because that's one of my favorite places. And we do a lot of our Christmas shopping then, and then just take it back with us and all. And that was always nice. That was always our our main part of our gift, with each other. That was just, a week together, and we'd go down there, and we couldn't always afford to eat at super fancy places, but if we wanted to go somewhere super nice, we would always go and maybe have dessert and coffee there if we couldn't afford to eat there, because we're not fancy foodies as far as that goes. We're not people to spend a ton of money on food. We're not. We were at a wedding with friends about 2 years ago now, and they said something about going, hey, we're going to this restaurant. It's at one of our favorite places, and no. And we were like, okay. And James was like, well, hold up. I know y'all. What do y'all eat there, and how much does this place cost? And they were like, oh, it's lobster and steak and stuff, and it's about $100 per person. And we were like, no, count us out. We are not We are not those people. We are not those people. I'm just not. I'd rather take that money and go, I'd go buy floss and fabric with it. Y'all know the truth. I go buy a bracelet or some floss and fabric or, I don't know, a million things before I'm gonna buy food. I mean, it's gonna be gone in an hour. I don't know, I'm just not. And I guess you can say the same thing of an experience, but I don't feel that way about an experience. I'll take a trip or I'll go, we went to Rick's in Jamaica and I jumped off the cliff thing. And of course that like killed me, but I did it. And like I said, I didn't, it was fun, but to me, that's different than food. We're just not expensive food eaters like that. So if I want to go somewhere nice, not that nice. Not that nice. Yeah, not that nice. I don't know. That's just not us. I don't understand it. So, and that's their thing. They are super foodies. Like, they are super foodies. And we're like, nah, no, that's okay. And so we went, the rest of us, with a different group, and we had fun. And we went down to Fremont and went and did some stuff. And one of the guys with us was able to, and he is a claw, that claw game where you catch things. And this place has it's called something, Mickey Fins. And it has one of them, like a claw game, where you catch a lobster. And if you can catch this lobster with this fin thing, they cook it for you. Well, I don't want to eat no lobster, no way. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. And so he did it. And evidently this never happens. People never catch these things. I guess they've been in there for like 87 years or something. I don't know. But he caught one. First try, bam. And they were like, oh my God. And so they go to cook it. And then, we're all laughing about, oh my gosh, And then he goes, let me try again. Well, he tries again and didn't make it. The third try, he caught another one. And so, then we had to tease them that they spent all that money on dinner. And then, our group, they spent $3 and got 2 lobsters too. So I don't know. We're kind of mean like that to each other. But it was we had a fun time. Vegas isn't my place, but it was cool to go once, but it's not my place. It's not my thing. It's just not, I don't know. Something about it was very crowdedy, and I don't know. I love San Antonio. I love New Orleans. I don't know, I guess a lot of people would like clump those in the same things, but I don't. To me, I felt very different when we were in Las Vegas, and it made me very nervous the whole time. Now, if we hadn't been in, we were at, what did we stay at? The Link. It was a beautiful hotel. It was very nice. And everyone was nice. The food was nice, but it's just, everybody has their places, and it just wasn't my place. So if somebody was having something and oh, will you go again? Yeah, it's not like, oh, I would never go there again, because it was nice. It was nice, but it's not one of the places that I go, I'm trying to get there again. I'm always trying to get to NOLA, and I'm always trying to get to San Antonio. Like this for me, I'm always trying to get anywhere there's sun and a beach. I'm always trying to get there. So, but Vegas was not that, it's not that place for me. So I don't know what the difference is, why you have certain places that like you really feel really, like you really jive with, but Vegas was not, that was not my jivey place, but it was nice. We had a nice time, but It was not my jivey place at all. But it was nice. And right now, Lord have mercy, I'm so desperate to travel. I'm trying to think of the place I like the least in the world I've ever been. I'd probably go again and jump the chance and beg to go. No joke. No joke. I was thinking about that day. I mean, man, I just want to go. Like I told you yesterday, I just want to go and see people and see them and you know, see other people around me and see them laughing and eating and talking to each other. And just out living their lives and doing what people do. I'm just ready. I'm ready for that. I'm so ready for that. And I'm super sad that I talked to a friend of mine and her mama won't go, and her mama's older than my mama. So, you know, my mama's 78 and her mama's older than my mama. And she won't go get her shot. She won't go get her shot. She's afraid of the shots. She's seen people post things that people are dying from the shot and, you know, all this and this, and she won't go get the shot. And that makes me sad. So, I don't know. My neighbor they're starting up their big truck. They must gonna be trying to get to town before it gets any worse. I can hear them starting it up. They must gonna be trying to get into town before it gets any worse. So, but that made me sad because I don't want her mom to get sick. Her mom is the sweetest lady. And so that scares me for her mom to be her age and say that she's scared to get the shot. Because in that age group, you really need the shot. You know, you really need to get the shot. So, I don't know, that scares me. That does scare me. Not that everybody shouldn't be able to make their own decision. I'm not saying that. But I just hate that that she's got scared and now she won't go get it. I hate that. So maybe some more, you know, reports come out and she'll get better with it. I did see some restaurants were opening back up at small capacity for Valentine's. That does make me happy, in that I know people are needing to work. I know wait staff are needing to work and restaurant owners are needing to work. And so that part of it is good. I know those people need to work. They need to get their businesses up and running again. And so I hope that they can do it in a safe way and that we can just gradually start, you know, back into this again. I know Australia and New Zealand have done really well. And I hope that we're able to, you know, start down that path and try to just do what we got to do to get going again. Because I want us to get going again. I want us to have some retreats. I want us to get to see each other and get to stitch together and be together. I am ready for that. I mean, I'm lucky, you know, James and I are here. My kids are close. We see each other regular enough that it's not like we're getting together with people we don't see on the regular. Normally, it's nice enough outside here that we can, you know, stay outside a lot. I mean, and I do have a heater, an outside heater, so sometimes we'll sit outside, you know, of an evening or of a morning and light the heater. You know, we'll even sit out there and light the heater. So it's, you know, we also have that option here that, you know, I know a lot of places and a lot of different living situations, like if you have an apartment and things like that, you don't have. So we're super fortunate to kind of live, you know, out of the city and things. So very grateful that we have those options and can do, you know, things like that. And my sister, when I talked to her yesterday morning, Friday evening, yesterday morning. Anyway, somebody was wanting to do their proposal at the yoga studio. They rent it out for events and things. And somebody was wanting to do a proposal there on the outside part and because she's got a sun and stuff painted on there's a pad outside, a big concrete pad that they do yoga on sometimes. And so she said, dude, I've got to get over there and try to, you know, get some sand and salt and stuff down, so nobody slips and breaks their neck when they're out there doing their proposal. So I didn't hear anything from her, so I'm assuming that went well. I hope it went well, and they were able to get their proposal done how they wanted to. I know that's, even things like that have been kind of hard right now, so I'm hoping that things like that I hope they were able to get it done and get it filmed so they can share it with their family and friends and things that probably couldn't be there. So, but happy Valentine's Day. I better jump off here and go check on James Williams. He's probably taking a nap in there. Probably left him in there long enough that he's taking a nap. I wonder if I could get y'all out the door without making y'all sick, or if we should just look out the window. Let's see if we can look out the window here and see if it's got any more. Since I came in, you can see the, oh Lord, the reflection in the glass there. I can't tell if it's come out. I can't tell if it's come down anymore. Let's see if we can get out the door without me dropping y'all and breaking you. You can see my little light. I tell you what kind of light I use right there. See, I tell you, I just use like a regular light. That's just my regular light right there. Let's see. Oh, dude, it's coming down like crazy now. Look. Let's see if I can turn it over that way. Yeah, that doesn't happen here very often. I don't know if y'all can see them coming down, but they're coming down a whole lot for us. So I'm going to let y'all go and go in here and get my coat on and get out of the cold. I'll talk to y'all later. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.